Hello, E-Town. Welcome back to our next ETHS Career Pathway Info session on health sciences and technology. My name is Michelle Vasquez. I'm the ETHS Post-Secondary Counselor in College and Career Services. Welcome again. This evening, you'll be hearing from various career partners. You'll be hearing from North Shore University Health System Aspire program, the North Shore University Health System Laboratory Services, Westminster Place, and Oakton Community College Health Science programs. We hope that you enjoy learning about work-based learning opportunities that each one of our industry partners has in health sciences. Soon you'll hear from Ms. Tana Francelno, our Career Partnership and Work-Based Learning Coordinator. She will be our guide with each of our business partners in the health sciences pathway. So let's begin.
Hey, E-Town, welcome. It's Ms. Francelno back here with another career info panel. This month, we are featuring health, science, and technology careers. I have with us today our friend over at the City of Evanston, Ms. Jessica Cooper, who is the Aspire Coordinator, and she is going to introduce a fantastic program we have here in Evanston for all students interested in healthcare careers. Take it away, Jessica.
Thank you, Ms. Francelno. Hi, everybody. I'm super excited to be here with you all today, sharing about Aspire and how it can help you build towards your career in healthcare. So a little bit about me. I'm going to share some fun facts real quick so you all know just who you're working with. I am, as she mentioned, Ms. Cooper. I am actually an Evanston alum. I graduated class of 2013. And the thing that for me, I came back is because I love my town and I really want to give back to you all and help you all understand how to navigate through your next steps post high school. So without further ado, I'm going to get you into this program. If you have any interest in healthcare, medicine, science, and technology, this program is for you. Okie dokie, let's get started. So what is Aspire? Aspire is a community workforce development program that seeks to invest in students and young adults within our communities and provide them with opportunities to explore careers in healthcare. So this focuses on the clinical, the non-clinical tracks, technology, administrative, and hospitable roles as well. Anything you can think of is not just medicine when you think of healthcare. You can be in finance, you can be in administrative services, you can be in HR within healthcare. But this is what we want you all to learn and understand and grow to be in healthcare, public service and serving your community. So who fits Aspire and why do you fit Aspire? So currently, you all are 16 and 17-year-olds, rising juniors and seniors, focusing on your next steps post your secondary education. So with that, this program applies to you. So those who have little to no work experience, if you've worked some summer internships, but haven't had the opportunity to really find your niche, this is a program for you. We also target 18-plus-year-olds. So those who are in the community that have either decided to take a non-traditional path after high school, have taken a traditional path, or those who are just trying to get into the workforce now. We also target those individuals. Early workers, those who are non-degreed, who are certified with technical certification or advanced certifications, and or graduates with minimal professional work experience as well. Additionally to that 18 to 24 gap, we also have the 25 to 30-year-old gap. So that's the current workforce. People who are currently working, people who are interested in changing, navigating careers, or even just stepping into their careers. We also target those individuals. But we want to target you all today, the juniors and seniors of Evanston Township High School who are interested in moving forward with a career in healthcare. And how do I do that? I'm going to explain that to you today. Some little background, a couple background tips about Aspire and why this program came to be. So our mission overall is to enhance the futures of younger generations through career opportunities in healthcare industry, as I mentioned before. So how do we do that? Again, we launch healthcare career pathways for 11th and 12th graders through career exploration opportunities, such as career fairs, job shadowing, and summer internships, where you get the opportunity to intern in various departments with North Shore University Health System in both Evanston and Skokie campuses. Another way we do that is we provide opportunities for career acceleration through these internships, through certification programs and scholarships with other partners that we do work with. For instance, Oakton Community College, youth job center that helps with professional development and job readiness training. We also work with the YWCA, who has a program that is absolutely amazing that targets IT prospects and individuals interested in technology. So we have various partnerships and opportunities that fall within the healthcare realm. And lastly, expanding healthcare opportunities for those not only within your age range, but as you do continue to matriculate and grow the community, the broader community, and that's the 18 to 30-year-olds. Our overall vision of Aspire is to reduce the barriers through acquiring greater social and economic equity in the healthcare industry. And this happens by providing career explorative and advancement opportunities to those who are not typically seen in the healthcare industry. So those underrepresented communities, those young adults who do not really have the passion for healthcare at first, but found their niche and found their desire in healthcare, whether it be giving back, whether it be somebody that they've, seen go through something within their life and in their health path. There's so many different reasons, but we want to give opportunity where opportunity typically isn't present. And that starts with you young adults, you guys ready and willing to move forward in your career post high school. So our goals: educate, cultivate, and prosper. And those are also our values. We want to educate you on what healthcare is and why healthcare is so important in today's society. We want to cultivate you. We want to help you build. We want to help you grow into what it needs and what you desire to be in the healthcare industry and as a healthcare professional. And lastly, we want to see you prosper. So as soon as you're finished with this program, we're not finished with you. We want to make sure we make all those connections as much as possible for you to continue to prosper in your career, in your pathway in healthcare. All right, a couple pathways to success. Some of the pathways that we do offer for Aspire focus again on our age group. So 16 to 17, 18 to 24, and 25 to 30. We're going to focus on that 16 to 18 bracket right now, as many of you all are with that in that age range. So some of our pathway opportunities, of course, start off in education. So as you're in ETHS right now, building out your career path, we focus heavily on your curriculum. So those healthcare courses, those continued focuses that help you within the technical training and preparing for that. We want you to make sure that you are involved in those classes so you can get a better understanding of what the healthcare industry looks like. From there, we'll provide you with a summer internship with, again, the North Shore University Health System. And it's between a 5 and 10 week internship opportunity where you are able to get that hands-on experience in the desired department that you find interest for your healthcare career. Next, following your graduation at Evanston Township High School, if you decide to take the traditional route, going to a 4-year institution, that's great. But for those who decide to take a non-traditional route, that is also amazing as well. And we provide you with those credentials, those stackable credentials and training attainments that you all can obtain to advance your career. So we partner with Oakland Community College and many other institutions in the area that will help you forward and advance toward your desired pathway. And then lastly, the ultimate goal of all of this is to put you in a job, a full-time job, post-training, post-stackable credential, attainment, post-degree, whatever it may be. But we want you to ensure that you are employed full-time, and whether it be part-time or full-time, you receive that opportunity to work in the healthcare industry after you've conducted all of this work to get there. So we walk you step by step through the process to ensure not only is it a smooth transition from high school to employment, but we prepare you and help you navigate directly into those fields that you're interested in. And we have to give a huge kudos to Ms. Francelno and Ms. Vasquez, because they really, really do what they can at ETHS to prepare you all for this internship in these moments. So thank you all so much as well. All right, here's just a visual for you all to understand exactly what those career exploration partnership opportunities with some of our partners look like. So if you look at the left-hand column and the middle column, you'll see that for high school students, if you're interested in a non-traditional path and you're a rising junior or senior, you're either in Evanston, IKIT, or you're a standalone individual, which is no problem at all. We prepare you for that Aspire summer internship, which happens every summer. Post high school, if you continue on with the Aspire program and you're interested in a non-traditional path, we help you obtain those credentials as well as step into a career development or professional development organization that will help you cultivate those skills, those hard and soft skills, to properly be ready for this industry. So with credential attainment, we look to Oakton and we look to YJC to help you all cultivate those skills, cultivate those hard skills, and get those credentials to move forward in the healthcare industry. So healthcare certifications, the healthcare program at Oakton is absolutely amazing. You will graduate obtaining either an associate's in applied science or a certificate in advancement studies regarding whether it be nursing, physical therapy, the list goes on and on. Very, very many opportunities for you all to succeed in the healthcare industry. For YJC, we connect you with our partners there to help you all build upon your professional development skills and your job readiness training. And again, for a non-traditional opportunity with another partner, YWCA, they personally have opportunities available within the tech lab and culinary, and they all tie back into healthcare with many of the jobs presented at North Shore University Health System. So we always connect you there if you are interested in those opportunities for either IT/tech or culinary. And lastly, if you are interested in that traditional path post high school, we will connect you with some of our other partners, and these are future partners that we anticipate obtaining partnerships with, whether that be UIC to obtain a Bachelor's of Science, Loyola to obtain a Bachelor's of Science, North Park University to obtain a Bachelor's of Science, or as mentioned before, Oakton Associates to obtain an Associate's in Applied Sciences. You will be able to obtain a degree and then move forward in advancing your career in healthcare. So more hands-on experience, more theoretical and practical learning, whether it be from book or hands-on approach, you're able to get the skills that you need to move forward in the healthcare industry. Summer internships are for 16 to 17-year-olds, so high school juniors and seniors, as well as those 18-year-olds that are within that ballpark. And then Aspire Fall internships will be for the 18-plus community. So we really want you to gain understanding of the program and how this can really, really push you forward into your desired pathway in healthcare. Now we're going to break down just some of the opportunities for what you may look for rising high school juniors and seniors. So here are just a couple of the areas that are of interest. These are some of the areas that were in our last summer internship group this past summer. And moving forward, we hope to expand the program even more with other departments. So pharmacy, staff support technician or pharmacy tech. Clinical, a staff support technician, patient care tech, basic nursing assistant or medical assistant. For lab, you have lab assistant. For health information technology, those are still being determined, but there are very, very many of those. And lastly, wellness, staff support tech, patient care technician, and rehabilitation aid. So a lot of these positions start off with credentials just having a high school diploma, and then from there they matriculate in advance with certain degrees and credentials that you do need. However, we make sure that these internships are feasible for you all to gain that hands-on experience to learn more about the programs that are available for your age group. So then, what is your career path? So as we continue to partner with Oakton Community College and many of our other partners, we really want to help you determine what your career path is going to be and in what department that's going to be. So what is your field of study specifically going to be, and what does that require? So for pharmacy, for example, for 0 to 1 years, a staff support technician or pharmacy tech. So that's something as simple as having a high school diploma. And as time continues to matriculate, you're going to need more and more the higher in level and position that you go. But this is all going to be mapped out for you with the program coordinator, which is me, as well as Ms. Francelno and Ms. Vasquez, and many other of our counterparts that are going to help you fulfill your desire in healthcare. So as long as you have just an understanding, and even if you don't, we can help navigate that as well. If you determine that healthcare is for you, we can help you determine what your goals and what your pathway will look like for a career in healthcare. Again, some more opportunities broken down for understanding of what a high school diploma would look like, for those who receive certifications, and then those who have to get college degrees in order to matriculate in the healthcare industry. And this is an ever-changing time. So things change all the time. You know, it may switch around from having a degree to just having a certification to just having a diploma. But as time continues, we'll keep you updated on the desire, and we'll help you carve out that plan and that pathway that you desire. So these are just some of our projected goals as far as metrics for this upcoming 2023 program year. Our desire is to have 100 total internships in 2023. That's a major jump from last year. And we know we can do it because we have students like you who are smart, who are intellectual, and who are driven to desire a career in healthcare and create a better future for yourself. So of those 100 interns, we desire to have 70, which focus heavily on the high school juniors and seniors. So 10 for job shadowing, and we hope that number goes up. 30 for summer part-time and 30 for summer full-time. And these are summer internships for your age group. So we always want to see those numbers increase. Don't solely focus on that 70 number. We hope to see that be 100 in itself. So if you are interested, please reach out to Ms. Francona and Ms. Vasquez and let them know that you're interested in a career in healthcare, and ask them, what do I do to become a part of Aspire? And lastly, with all of that being said, Explore Aspire is coming to the hub near you very soon. December 12th, we will be in the hub and in classrooms talking to you about Aspire. I'm super, super excited to be able to explain and help you all understand what the vision is for Aspire and how we can help you determine if healthcare is the right career for you. High school juniors and seniors, I want to see you there. Please connect with Ms. Francelno to ask her how you can go about registering so we can see your face there. You'll get some great Aspire swag. You'll never know what you get out of that bag. However, we want you to start thinking towards the future now. And I can't wait to see you all. So if there are any questions, please feel free to reach out to Ms. Francelno, or you can reach out to me at aspire@cityofevanston.org. I'm so excited to get to know you all, and I hope this program, and I know this program, is going to be for you. Bye.
Hey town, it's Ms. Francelno, the Career Partnership and Work-Based Learning Coordinator, here with our next presenter. We have North Shore University Health Systems Laboratory Services. This department hires ETHS students. I'm so grateful Ms. Gloria is here to talk to us about the opportunities in the lab. Take it away, Ms. Gloria.
I am so excited to be here today, sharing with you some of my experiences in the lab. I want to let you know that the lab is a great place to work, and that I've been working in the lab for almost 40 years now, and I love it. I will like to share my love for the career and the opportunities that we have here at Evanston. We have hired some of the students from the summer program, and we are very pleased with the results, and we are open to more students coming to us. So our lab is when you get sick, the first thing that the doctor says is like, okay, we're going to give you an order for a CBC or this or that, and you have to go to the lab and we draw your blood. So the labs are used by all the patients in the lab, in the hospital, inpatients or outpatients. 3 to 4% of the expenses that the Medicare, Medicaid, and all the insurance pay are to the lab. And then we help the doctors determine the critical care for the patients. My experience as a tech, I love it. I always wanted to be a tech. I started thinking about being a tech when I was 13 years old. So the lab has been everything I wanted to do. Training requirements, we require for some people to go to college, of course. We have different grades, so we will talk about that a little bit more. And what helps a tech to be successful is more than putting your heart in what you do, and be aware that when the work that we do, we are touching people's lives. Every time that I think about a tube that we have in our hands is a patient that we are touching. We want always to improve the lab and and to provide accurate and faster results to our patients. And this one we see in our laboratory, in the micro laboratory, we have very sophisticated equipment. And this machine helps the techs see the bacteria without touching a plate. In the past, it was a lot of risk working in the lab, touching the specimens. We used to smell the plates and do all kind of stuff to do our work. Now the machines do a lot of work for us, help us to be faster and more precise. So this equipment that we have in front of us, it's the BD Kistra. Is the equipment that we use in the micro department, and it takes the sample from the patient and plates it in a petri dish, and then it grows, and then we identify it, and then we put it in a different machine that will tell us what antibiotics will respond to kill the bacteria, or how the bacteria will respond to the treatments. This is very important information for the doctors to provide treatment at all levels. This other machine that we have is in our chemistry analyzer. This machine has 3 lines, and in this instrument, we perform all the chemistry tests. We are talking about the glucoses, the liver enzymes, kidney diseases, infectious diseases like HIV, hepatitis, CMV, many other bacteria. We also test in this. We test for antibodies for many of these diseases. Very busy department, very important work that we do for the hospital. The test volume in the lab is we do over 100,000 samples for anatomic pathology. Anatomic pathology is a specialty that we have in the lab for samples that are collected during surgery. They remove organs or tumors or fetus or placentas, and then they send it to the lab where we can perform testing. In cytology, we do a lot of testing with human fluids to look for abnormal cells. And in hemopathology, and we do hemopathology, we do a lot of leukemias and special stains to help the doctors decide what treatment to use for many tumors. And of course, we have the autopsy, we have the morgue. Now in the clinical pathology department, we do about 5 million samples a year. And these are including microbiology, chemistry, immunology, hematology, blood bank, and molecular pathology. Molecular pathology is very familiar to all of you now, since everybody knows what PCR test is. That's what we do our PCR. In micro, we identify bacteria. In chemistry, we do all kind of panels to help the doctors identify diseases in the chemistry of. In immunology and hematology, we do a lot of cancer diagnosis, help the doctor diagnose many different type of cancers and help them also with the treatment. In blood bank, if somebody comes bleeding, we give them the units of blood that can save the life. So let's talk a little bit about how do you get in the lab? How can you start working in the lab? You can start as a phlebotomist with a high school diploma, or a lab assistant with a high school diploma. Many of the students that we have hired from the high school, right after high school, is their lab assistants. They're going to college during the afternoons, or they work the afternoons and go to college during the day. And it's a stepping stone, and it's a great career also. We have people here working for us for 40 years. We have people that use it just as the income source while they're going to college. We can also hire techs with an associate degree. A 2-year degree at Octon College will give you the degree that you need to work for us, or a bachelor's degree. Of course, in administration, we have a lot of people with masters and PhDs. Our medical directors are MDs or PhDs. So I talk really fast, and I hope I cover many of the topics that you wanted to hear about today. your coordinator at the high school will be willing to help you with any questions or anything that I can do to answer. I am here at Evanston Hospital, and I will be more than willing to receive you, the students' ears. And if you have any questions, feel free to call us. Thank you so much for the opportunity today.
Hey, E-Town, welcome back. It's Ms. Francelno here with our Health, Science, and Technology career panel. I have my next speaker, which is James Curry over at Presbyterian Home Westminster. So excited that you guys are here. And James is going to talk to us today about healthcare careers at the Westminster Place right here in Skokie, 10 minutes away from ETHS. So take it away, James.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm James Curry from Westminster Place, right under branch of Presbyterian Homes. We located in Evanston, just like Tana mentioned. We're here to discuss some of this career path opportunities we have for some of the ETHS students. I'm actually alumni of 2011, class of 2011. So go Wildcats. But also a little bit about my background. After I graduated from ETHS 2011, I attended NIU, Northern Illinois University, for about 3 semesters, and then I decided to go to the military. I got a military police background for 6 years as security forces, as they call it, in the Air Force, and then I transferred over to a career field called personnel for about 2 years under HR. And then I got out of the military, transferred over to the reserves, moved back to Chicago, worked at the airport, at the O'Hare Airport for a company called Gay Gourmet as an HR recruiter manager. And then I made my way over here to Westminster Place a couple months ago in June of 2022 as an HR journalist. So that's a little bit about my background. But let's talk about Westminster Place. So let's move on. So what we're going to discuss on the agenda is going to be who and where about Westminster Place, some of the career path opportunities, some of the pay and benefits that we have, some requirements and process, and then some of the excellent success stories we have from some of our previous high school attendees that worked at Westminster Place. So let's get started. So Westminster Place, like we said, we located in 3200 Grant Street in Evanston. We have a 40-acre campus. We have approximately 480 employees, just a little bit under 500 employees here. We have independent living, assisted living, and skilled care when it comes to nursing. We do have other career paths, but we'll get into that later on. But we have excellent service here. We've been established since 1904. So this was at the original campus out of 5, and then we branched out eventually. We serve older adults in the community. So basically a senior living home. So the company is called Presbyterian Homes, like I said, but this location is specifically Westminster Place. We have other locations like Lake Forest Place, which is located in Lake Forest, Illinois. We also have the Moorings in Arlington Heights. And then we have 1020 Grove, which is in the heart of downtown Evanston, as well as we have our corporate location located in Skokie, Illinois. So in total, we serve about 1,200 residents, and we have almost 1,000 employees. And for the last several years, we've been CMS rated, 5-star rated for one of the best nursing homes, according to U.S. News. So that's something to brag about. So some of our career paths, let's get right into healthcare. So some of our career paths as a high school student, we have a lot of opportunities to start when it comes to job shadowing and even internships as well. So we can always have high school students start off as resident assistants or even a resident engagement leader. For resident assistants, resident assistant, you have the job of taking care of some of the senior living adults, basically all the opportunities of walking them around, even when it comes to family engagement, when they have family visits, and then even taking them to their appointments and giving them some of their meals like breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then you can make your way into utilizing some of our education and opportunities that we have in order to become certified as a CNA. and also moving on to LPN and registered nurse. And then we have opportunities to move your way to either director of assisted living or even a director of nursing. And then if you don't want to take that path, you can always move from a resident assistant and a CNA to maybe going to school to be a social worker, or maybe going to school to be an activity specialist in order to be a director of activities, and overall being maybe an administrator of healthcare. That's some of our healthcare opportunities we have. Let's move on to the next career path. So some of our other career paths we have is in a dining facility, which most of our high school students from ETHS has come along to. So we had some of the high school students start off as diet aides, even like when it comes to wait staff, being a waiter or waitress, and then even when it comes to being a dishwasher. So some of those career paths can even lead to being a cook, going to school to be a cook, and even we have high school students even starting a career path as a concierge. Just if you have excellent customer service skills, you utilize our internship program or job shadowing program, you could become a concierge and end up being a lead concierge or even a supervisor concierge. We also have personal trainer opportunities as well. So I know, and I remember in high school, we had personal trainers for some of the sports events and everything. So that's even perfect because starting off here as a personal trainer, just having experience already in high school is already a plus, because you can end up being a fitness manager. And that can even make your way to even being an activity specialist, getting ahead of the curve to be that in that position. So ultimately, you can end up being from the dining career paths all the way to the director of dining, or you can be the concierge, being all the way to the minister of concierge. So let's move on. So when it comes to mechanics, I know that we y'all have some opportunities there as extra free periods, having mechanic experience, so we can use that that experience in order to become a mechanic here. And not only being a mechanic here, but gaining more experience once you arrive here to be even a mechanic 2 and on the way to mechanic 3. Now, when it comes to a transporter, that's pretty much just a CDL driver, and it's specifically a CDL driver class B. It's not a class A. So, I mean, we have opportunities, like I said, educational opportunities that you can utilize to become a CDL driver and be a CDL driver here at Westminster Place, and end up being a transportation supervisor as well. Now, public safety officer is pretty much being a security guard here. For that experience, I mean, it's pretty much just job shadowing, doing internships, seeing if you're a good fit, and trying that out, and even maybe even doing a communications dispatch if you have good customer service skills. And ultimately, that will lead to being a manager of public safety. Now, for housekeeping, we do need experience for that, housekeeping and laundry. So we will take internships for that as well, and even job shadowing, and talk to the director of housekeeping in order to get to the path of being a housekeeper, and then eventually being a supervisor, and then ultimately being a director of housekeeping. So let's move on. Some of our pay and benefits. So we have starting pays for every position that we have out there. Specifically healthcare, our CNAs start off at $20 an hour. Our resident assistant position starts off at $17.25. Our activity specialist starts off at $18.21. And these are highlighted only because these are some of the positions that some of the high school students would start off as once they certified. Specifically, right out of high school, it could be a resident assistant that can lead into a CNA, like I mentioned before. Most of our high school students start off in the community life department, which consists of the wait staff, the diet aide, dishwashers, which they all start off at $17 an hour. For our cooks, so like I said, there's plenty of opportunities to go to school and get a cooking license. They start off at $17.50, based off experience, even more. We also have the concierge, like I mentioned before, having customer service skills. And then we even have chaplain interns if you're interested in pastoral care. We mentioned earlier about the environment services. Our CDL drivers start off at $17 an hour. Our housekeepers start off at $18 an hour, which we just did a pay increase for most of these positions a couple months ago in July. So that's excellent. We're trying to remain competitive with other agencies as well. Some of our other benefits, we have scholarship opportunities that I keep on mentioning. So for our New Hope Scholarship, basically you have to be an employee for about a year in order to be eligible. So we give you education up to $5,250 a year. So you could use that towards a bachelor's degree. You could use that towards a certification, maybe even a license. Specifically, like I mentioned before, a CDO license is cool. Healthcare wise, certification and being a CNA. We also offer medical, dental, and vision. We have a 403B retirement plan. I know most people know it as a 401k. We call it 403B. We have actually excellent vendors. We have a whole benefits booklet, and in the back there's like a list of contact information for each vendor that we have as far as medical, dental, vision, and retirement plans. So you have the option to talk to those vendors directly. We also have holiday bonuses, so that's kind of special because for those, the residents actually provide those holiday bonuses, and they actually directly hand you the bonuses around Christmas time. So that's pretty excellent. I like to highlight that moment because we make it a big celebration. We have food and drinks available, and the residents just pass out the checks, and we make it a big celebration to celebrate, to go out the year with a bang. As far as public transportation reimbursement, we do offer shuttle bus services to go to Howard Street location. So that's excellent. If you live on the south end of Evanston or you live in Rogers Park, that would be an excellent opportunity to utilize that transportation, and you get reimbursed every month. We also have free parking here. And we have discounted rates of food as well. So our food here is excellent. So it's always wonderful to brag about that. And you get it at a discounted rate, so you can't beat that. As far as engagement wellness programs, we have gift cards and discounts available. We always have events where we pass out gift cards, whether it's Target or any other companies, just to have fun. We also have fitness center access to swimming pool, also to the gym as well. The hours is pretty lenient. They open up at 6 a.m. and they close around about 7 p.m. at night. And then we also have the employee referral award program as well for certain positions, mostly healthcare, but we do also have it for some of the community life department as well. So if you join Westminster Place, you can always refer a friend, so you can get paid 3 months later. So we also have that. I do remember hiring a ETHS high school student about around July, and he referred somebody around August as well. So, this is just excellent opportunities that we offer here. As far as the requirements and process, we do have job openings for healthcare and other departments as well. Our website is always available at presbyterianhomes.jobs. It's pretty simple to walk through, fill out an application, and then I will be calling you personally to schedule you for an interview. As far as when it comes to dining department, I know that they handle those interview processes on their own, and then they just let me know the back end of the process. So you might get a call from the actual assistant director of dining for that process. So we offer and extend the offer to we extend the offer to you so you can accept. And also we will be filling out some of the paperwork when it comes to background checks and fingerprints if needed, and also taking a physical at Occupational Health and Skokie on TUI. So as far as underage, like 17, 16 years old, we always need parent consent. So some of our forms that we have available on our electronic DocuSign will need not only your signature, but your parent's signature as well. It's only a few documents. It's only about at least 3. So when you're ready to work, I will call you and I will schedule you and send you an official email to invite you to our campus orientation. It's only 4 hours, but we talk extensively about benefits mainly, and we talk about all the opportunities we have to offer as far as bonuses and any questions that you have. We also offer hands-on training, and when it comes to our employment reviews, we also have a 30, 60, and 90-day review with your direct supervisor. So you can sit down and talk about the actual expectations. So you can meet those expectations every 30 days. For volunteering and job shadowing, we do have availability for tons of departments as far as hospitality, activities, healthcare, environmental services. Even when it comes to human resources, you come here and job shadow myself or our HR coordinator, Alyssa, or even our HR community director, Patty. So we do have other opportunities to just be open-minded with. We have finance and marketing, and we also have engineering as well. So some of the success stories that we have, there's 3 that we highlighted, mostly in dining services. So we had a diet aide in 2005 that professionally developed into a diet aide supervisor in 2009. So they came to work and they proved themselves, and 4 years later they got promoted to a diet aide, and they're currently still working here at Westminster Place at the time. So the next success story we have is a wait staff that promoted to a wait staff supervisor. They started off in 2006 and they moved on to 2014. Now, mind you, some of these success stories, some of the students was, of course, part-time until they graduated high school, and then it was available to start at full-time as well. So it may take a little bit longer for certain positions just because it's part-time to full-time and then becoming a supervisor. So that explains the gap, but there's always opportunity for growth, even as a catering manager. And that employee is actually still currently working at Westminster Place as well. Our success story, the third one is CNA. They was actually started off as CNA, and then they plan to be an activity specialist. So they wanted to take a whole different career path, and they're still currently working here. So there's plenty of opportunities to, if you try out CNA and you really don't like that, but just be specific, then you can move on to a different career path here. We have endless opportunities here. Now, with these 3 success stories, I do want to bring up the trend that these employees are still here. We have employees that stay here for at least 40 years, sometimes even 30 years. Our longest tenure was about 49 years, and they finally retired. So we do have a good retention rate here when it comes to employees. They love this environment. They love the work environment, and they love the residents as well. Some of the scholarship opportunities are highlighted right there. You have a couple of wait staff that did physics, that was a physics major, and interned in facilities as a project manager. You had a wait staff supervisor with a physical therapy major, and they interned as a therapy department. Then we had a diet aide with a health services major, and they're currently shadowing the healthcare administrator at this point. And then we had a Lyon student that's currently marketing intern. So there's always room for growth. Like I said, most ETHS students start off in a dining facility, and you can see that there's numerous ones that move on to a different career path, and we have that career opportunity waiting for them. Well, that concludes. If there's any questions, you can always reach me, James Curry. I'm the HR journalist here at Westminster Place. I have my contact information on the screen as well as my email. And if I don't answer my phone, please leave me a voicemail or you send me an email, and I will return it back to you within 24 hours. You have a good one. Go Wildcats.
Hey, E-Town, it's Miss Francelno here again with another presenter for our Health, Science, and Technology Career Pathway panel. We have the Dean of Health Careers from Oakton Community College here to talk about all the awesome programs at Oakton around this health and science career field. Take it away, May.
Thank you, Tana. Hi, everyone. I am May Allen Boygan, the Dean of Health Careers here at Oakton Community College, and I'm happy to present to you our health career programs here. Okay, so today what we'll do is we're going to explore our healthcare offerings, provide some information on different work environments, employment projections, and of course, annual salary information. I wanted to start by showing everyone a screenshot of our website. So if you actually visit oakton.edu and do hover over academics and actually look at areas of interest, you'll find health careers and nursing, which is one of the 8 areas of interest that Oakton offers. So our area of interest is housed under the Division of Health Careers. As you can see, this includes a wide variety of certificate programs and associate degree programs. For today's discussion, we're specifically going to focus on health career programs that will prepare students for either national or state recognized credentials. So we'll talk more about what that means in just a few. So Oakton, starting off with our short-term certificates, what we're going to define today as certificates that you can complete in one semester, whether that is fall or spring. And for some of these, you can even complete in a summer term. 3 of these 4 programs listed include clinical placement at a healthcare facility. So that means after or during some of your theory courses, you'll actually be visiting the healthcare facility where then you're going to be doing the clinical portion of your learning. Clinical placements at healthcare facilities often require a health assessment or a physical, certain immunizations such as flu and COVID vaccination, criminal background check, and health insurance. You'll see that our pharmacy tech is not asterisk. What pharmacy tech offers is an optional practicum experience. So the credit program itself is a total of 7 credits, which is your theory course with that optional 2 credits. So it could be up to 9 credit hours. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper and highlight some of these 1 semester certificates. We're going to start with our basic nursing assistant training program. You'll see that the work environment for CNAs or certified nursing assistants, they perform basic functions such as personal care, taking vital signs, ambulation, and you're under supervision of a registered nurse. You'll see that the employment projection through 2030 is at 8% growth. And then these estimated median annual wages are taken from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And so you'll see this one is about at $30,000. We had mentioned the certification exam eligibility, or what is that credential that you'd be eligible for after you complete the program. For this one, it is our state certification for the Illinois Nurse Assistant Competency Exam. And then the total credit hours for this certificate is 8 credit hours. The next 1 semester program is our patient care tech certification, which is actually a new program that we're launching this January. The work environment for this position is that you'd work directly with patients, assisting them in the admission, transfer, and discharge of patients while taking care of their basic needs, assisting with vital signs, doing EKGs, PCTs, work under the supervision of a nurse, doctor, or other healthcare professional. So some of the courses, actually all the courses, there's 4 courses in this program. One of them is medical terminology, and then you'll see that basic nursing assistant course along with a phlebotomy course and then a patient care technician course. So out of those 4 courses, you'll see if we jump down to where it says certification exam and eligibility, you will actually be eligible for 2 certifications. One is going to be the national certification to be a PCT. And then the other one is going back again to that CNA credential or that state certification nurse assistant. So we'll go on and move on to the next one here. Pharmacy Tech is another great 1 semester program. The projected growth is 4% to 2030 with an estimated median annual wage of about $37,000. And again, it prepares you for the PTCB exam. And this is the one that is 2 courses, 1 7-hour course, and then the additional optional 2 credit practicum. So a total of up to 9 credits. And then another new certificate that we are launching for the first time this January is our sterile processing technician. So in this work environment, what you'd really do is you prepare and sterilize, install, or clean health care equipment or laboratory equipment. Projection growth is about 16%, and you're at about $40,000. That was the estimated wage back in April of last year. And again, this one is a national certification for the CRCST exam. So for this one, the data that we got from the annual wages was not from Bureau of Labor Statistics. It's actually according to our Lightcast data that we pulled last April. Now we look at our 2-semester program. So many of us have had our labs done or had to have our blood drawn for different types of diagnostic exams that our physicians want us to do. So the phlebotomist is the actual person who will actually collect the blood from patients. Employment projection is about 22% with an annual wage of about $38,000. And again, this one is a national certification exam that you would be eligible for through ASCP. Now we're going to look at our additional 3-semester certificates. So we have 2 of them. The first one is medical coding and billing. This one will certify you to be a certified professional coder or certified coding associate. The working environment is that you would have a billing position either in a physician's office, insurance, or billing services company. So you'll see some of the courses listed here, dealing mainly with coding, insurance procedures, medical terminology, and then you'll see that the estimated wage is about $46,000. If we look to the bottom box there, you'll see our medical assistant program. So the work environment here is you'd be in either a medical office or an ambulatory care setting, and you would perform a combination of administrative and clinical tasks, including taking vitals, recording medical histories, preparing patients for exam, drawing blood, so some phlebotomy, and administering medications as directed by a physician. So the courses that you'll see, you've seen these before in some of our other programs: medical terminology, medical coding and billing, phlebotomy, and then there is a practicum for medical assistant. This certification exam is also a national certification that we prepare you for, and this is offered through Mayrim. The annual salary wage is about $36,000 as well. Okay, we're going to shift now from discussing our shorter certificate programs to our 4 different associate degrees. These programs will range anywhere from 4 to 5 semesters, but you'll also see that the overall median wages increase significantly compared to the previous certificate programs we discussed. All of these 4 programs require clinical placement at a healthcare facility. And then just keep in mind too, with these programs, there are also some admission requirements, including, for example, prerequisite courses that you'll have to take prior to applying to the program. So the first one is our associate degree in health information technology. The work environment here is that you would work either in a hospital, an ambulatory care center, long-term care, cancer registries, managed care, or physician practices. What you would do is you would actually do functions in collecting clinical data, doing medical coding, quality improvement, and looking at how to reimburse back into the payment system. Again, dealing with insurances and billing and things like that. The certification exam, it's actually called RHIT, or the Registered Health Information Technician. Now, if we look at the annual wage here, in 2021, this was from BLS, and it is about $55,000. The next degree we're going to look at is the Medical Laboratory Technology degree. So the work environment here is when you're dealing with blood specimens, or sometimes with urine specimens, or what you're dealing with is you're evaluating and looking at that specimen, and you're trying to evaluate what disease is present. So the courses that you would take are looking at laboratory techniques, principles and physiological tests of all types of body fluids and tissues, And you're also dealing with very highly specialized equipment. So the median annual wage here, again, there's a range from this, taken from 2021 from BLS, and it's about $55,000 to $60,000. And this one also prepares you for a national certification. So when we say national certification, that means you can take that certificate and you can pretty much work in any state in the US, where some of the other ones, such as our CNA program and as well as our nursing program, it is licensure is by the state of Illinois. Okay, and then the next associate degree is our associate degree in nursing. So Oakton's nursing program was ranked one of the 10 best schools in Illinois for registered nursing programs, according to nursingprocess.org. And it says from 2020, but we're also on the list for 2022 as well. For its academic quality, passing our rates on the NCLEX entrance exam, which is their credentialing exam, our affordability, and our reputation. And then you can see here that the estimated median wage is about $77,000 in May of 2021. We also have an associate degree in physical therapist assistant. So for this, you're working with patients as they're in recovery and helping patients regain movement and manage their pain after injury and illnesses. So you're actually working under the supervision of a physical therapist. You can see that the estimated wage is about $61,000 as of last year, and this one is also a national certification exam. So other certificates that are listed on the website are, you'll see there are 2 certificates that are listed as advanced. And what I mean by advanced is because both of these programs have admission requirements that include some level of prior college education prior to entering the program. So for perioperative nursing, it's a 1-semester program, but in order to be eligible, you had to have completed at least 1 year of a nursing program that has clinical experience. And then you'll see there the estimated median salary. BLS does not differentiate between perioperative nurses and the RN. So you'll see that's the same salary as we saw in the previous slide. And then our other certificate is Cancer Registry Management. So with this specifically, it's housed in our Health Information Technology program. The certification for this is that it's a national certification to become a certified tumor registrar. With this, you'll see that the admission eligibility is actually, you have to have either equivalent 60 college level credit hours or an actual associate's degree in order to be admitted into the program. So I know we went through a lot of really exciting information today, and that just gave you a glimpse overall of our programs, and really didn't walk in through all the different other different courses that we have here at Oakton. But if you're interested in learning more about health careers specifically, you can do one of 2 things. You can either take your phone and scan this code and go directly to our Health Careers website, or you can contact us at healthcareeradvising@oakton.edu. Thank you all so much.
Well, that is all that we have for you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you've learned something in the Health Science Career Pathway. We want to thank our local business partners from North Shore University Health System, from Westminster Place, and from Oakton Community College. Our next Career Pathway info session will be on Wednesday, December 21st. We will be highlighting careers in human and public service. Thank you, and go Kids!